Hi, my name's Ali. I'm the owner and operator here at La Barbecue. I'm going to take you on a tour of our restaurant. So we'll start here. We like to do murals all over the restaurant. Just kind of keeps it fun and fresh, so people can look around. And we got some local artists that are also our friends. My friend Xavier did this one, and we just kind of did like a little nice Texas kind of slogan, if you will. All right, welcome to La Barbecue. Let's go inside. This is my crew. Say hello. Eli, Ian. So you'll start off, we've got all local beers on tap. We've got a really nice wine program as well, and then kind of just the staples. We had Zilker Brewing Company actually brew us a beer. It's a nice crisp Pilsner. It's award-winning as well. We sell the hell out of it, and it pairs like perfectly with our barbecue. So this is where it starts. You order here with these guys. You get your sides, your meat. We cut it hot, fresh, right here on this plate for you. Eli will give you a little bit of a sample, as you can see. It's kind of like a family tradition where you get like a little piece of brisket. It's like nice, crispy bark. Oh, good. So now we're into our dining room. You made it kind of nice and vibrant. Some art on the walls. We have one of Leanne's photos over here. She shot. It's actually an ode to her grandpa, who used to drive El Caminos. Our buddy Scotty is also a fantastic artist. He does like these mashups where you have Batman Obama. If you turn around over here, you have Queen Freddie with a bunch of Queen lyrics, which makes me laugh. And then our friend Carol Jones did like kind of an ode to our food truck. We had it wrapped in like really nice kind of yellow with, kind of whimsical little sausages and stuff like that. So we really just kind of wanted to pull that into the restaurant as well, because we were a food truck for 5 years. If we go into this one, let's go into this bathroom. We had 2 local artists and also very good friends do our bathrooms for us. So this one's done by Zuzu. She incorporated Leanne's photos in this as well. So you can see a bunch of, some famous rappers and then also some friends and stuff like that she chose to incorporate in her spray paint art. It's fun. So then we've got our second one over here. This one's also very different. Our buddy Xavier Scapani did this one, and we did a Studio 54 theme with a disco ball. Do some nice disco music in here. Lots of dance parties in this bathroom. Well, we just kind of like to, have fun with like little spaces around here instead of just make it about, beer and barbecue. We want people to have fun and be able to look around. And Leanne always said that, she wanted the building to be artistic, and then also the art is on the plate as well. So you are kind of incorporating both of those things, since she was a fantastic artist. We definitely like to get people through the line as fast as possible, but we also want you to have like a personal experience. So we have people stand in line, and then when you get through the store, it's one group at a time. So you have time to, have your questions answered, and also, look at the meat, decide what you want, and so you're just not pressured. So we like to kind of have everybody, have their own like little bit of intimate time. Now, with that being said, we do like to move you along as fast as possible, so you're not standing in line that long. But our indoor seating is about 30. We seat a little over that outside. We do have heaters outside for cold days and fans for the hot days. We do get a lot of people who sit outside just because it is really nice space out there, and you can kind of people watch, and this neighborhood is pretty amazing. But yeah, that's our process. All right, so now we're back here about to show you some briskets. We have both of these Austin Smoke Works smokers. This is actually our first one from them, and it was, I think, kind of actually their prototype. John Lewis built this in his driveway. I did get to do a couple welds on it. You can probably tell which one are mine, but that's fine. Yeah, so we use these mainly for brisket, and I'll show you Ben's in here wrapping our briskets. I've also got some beef shanks on here for my stock for later. But as I was saying, we use an all-natural brisket from Hartley Ranch. They're pretty fantastic. Today they are a little small, but it just kind of varies, I guess, through the seasons. You know, the weight and the weight of the brisket. But we allow for a nice pepper bark to form, and you really just kind of want like a little bit of tenderness through all of this. And then we wrap them and we cook them for another 3.5 hours. We cook a very hot and fast brisket at about 7.5 hours max. These beef shanks are looking really good. But see, what I'll do is I'll smoke these, and then we'll collect all this marrow that is kind of leaked out, and then I'll make a stock for my stew that I'm going to do this weekend. Looks good. So, as you can see, he's got these wrapped already. And we'll cook them until the paper gets nice and greasy, and then we just pick them up. And honestly, the only way that we cook our briskets is by feel, by smell. You can hear the render, and you just want that crispy bark. So to know that these are done, we will literally just pick them up and kind of feel for that tenderness on the outside, and then also kind of feel for this lean in to be nice and tender. These feel really good. But that's it. No thermometers. That's just how we do it. Use post oak, which is a nice, clean, burning hardwood. It's also indigenous to this area, which is beneficial for us, obviously. But we like to keep a really nice, clean fire. So we get rid of this ash as we go, because you want those coals to really breathe and be nice and hot to burn this wood efficiently and not create a bunch of smoke. We definitely want to make sure that our fires are hot, obviously, but we want them to be clean so you get that hint of smoke, not a crazy amount of smoke. And that's also fantastic when we use the post oak. But you can see that it's nice and aged a little bit, which helps with the burn. If you do get like a little bit of a green piece of wood, it does get a little bit smokier, and also it doesn't burn as efficiently. So we just kind of create a little bit of a Lincoln log situation over here, because you want each of the pieces of wood to have some space to burn. And oxygen, obviously, fuels fire. So we want to make sure that we get enough space and oxygen for those coals to really set that on fire. So as you can see, you know, we've got this going. You can see smoke, and as this does burn through, you will just pretty much see heat, and that is it. And that is what we're looking for. Francisco and I have been working together since 2012. A big part of his family also works here, his wife, 2 of his nephews, and his niece. So I'm lucky to have them. So this is Francisco's cooking technique, recipe, all of it. And this is our pork ribs. He's the self-proclaimed Rib King of Austin. He has a t-shirt. But he cooks these really nice and hot, sets a bark on them. Then he sets a glaze on them, and then we glaze and wrap. So he says it's secret.
Nah, the secret is like take a shower every morning. Nice.
Stupid. So stupid. But yeah, so I mean, I think he cooks these pork ribs in about 4 hours. Yeah, 7, 8, 9, yeah. About 4.5, maybe 5 hours, just depending. But he's been doing this so long.
I can do it in 2 hours too.
I'm sure you can, which is crazy. So Frankie is a father of 5 kids, 5 boys, that is. And so as you can see with his humor, it carries it here, and he thinks he is very funny. But yeah, so this is really, I call this Frankie's house pretty much because, I mean, this is like his little area where he cooks the pork ribs and the turkeys on this smoker, and then he also cooks the sausage, but in our original smoker a lot of the times. It's not as efficient, so we only use it for short periods of time. It does eat a ton of wood, so these are a lot more efficient, and that's why we use them a whole lot more. So if there's an open pit, let's just say we're closed on Mondays, and one of these pits are open on a Sunday, he'll use that because it's easier. He doesn't have to tend fire as much, and the space is more. All right, so I got a little breakdown of just pretty much everything that we have on our daily menu. I'll start here with the pork ribs that we were looking at earlier. It's our house-made chipotle sausage. This is kind of, just a very special sausage that we do that you really can't find anywhere else. We've got our brisket, which is our go-to, our number one seller. We've got the lean underneath, a really nice fatty piece on top. We got our turkey, which is actually my favorite. It's really nice, smoky, juicy pulled pork. We put a Vietnamese house-made sauce over the top. So with that, we have a kimchi, just sweet pepper cucumber kimchi. That is fantastic, nice, fresh, has a little bit of a crunch to it. We love our pickling in-house, so then we have pickled red onions right here, spicy garlic dill pickles, house-made jalapenos. We have them whole and sliced. I like the whole ones because you can bite into it and let the juice run over everything. So then we'll go to our sides. Of course, the number one seller here is our queso shells and cheese. We make a house-made vegetable mix. We melt the cheese and make it really nice and creamy, add the shells to it. We call it crack and cheese, really. We have a potato salad, which is a dill mustard-based mayonnaise as well. Of course, you can see the heavy pepper, which follows through all of our stuff. This is our chipotle coleslaw. So as you can see, we do use chipotle and a few other things. It's really nice and spicy. People love it, or they don't like it. It's an interesting situation. And then this is one of our larger sandwiches that has been featured on a few different shows, and it's like a Frito pie on a bun. We call it the Frito Loco, and it is a very popular seller as well. So after that, we have Zilker, which is my favorite brewery that's actually down the street on 6th Street. We're essentially on 1st Street, Cesar Chavez. They brewed us a really beautiful Pilsner. It's German style, nice crisp light that goes with our barbecue. And then also, if you're wanting something a little bit heavier, we have this really beautiful hazy IPA. We also have a traditional West Coast IPA and a pale ale that is also my favorite, all from Zilker Brewery. Thank you so much for coming on this tour with me. We have a super creative space, and we would like for you to come enjoy it. We're at 2401 East Cesar Chavez here on the east side of Austin, my favorite side. Open Wednesday through Sunday, 11 to 6. You can also pre-order if you can plan for a few days ahead. You can eat here or take it to go. We don't have a minimum, so we like to make it super accessible for you to come and eat with us. Thank you so much.
Red cheese, 2340 raisins. They have a Australian. Hopefully they're not vegetarian. Picture. And then, did y'all say yes to pickles today? Yeah. Do you want onion with those? Is that allowed? It's just like.
Does it have like a separate memory storage? Yeah, there's a memory card. As for here, Ian? Yes.